All right, let's get real for a second. Heart. Let's talk about something that almost everybody goes through at some point in life. Losing someone you thought was yours forever. You loved hard, gave your best, stayed loyal, and somehow he still walked away. Maybe he's with someone else now. Maybe you see him posting pictures, heart, living his life like you never existed. And that pain, that kind of pain hits different. It's not just heartbreak. It's confusion, it's disbelief. Heart, it's that quiet ache that asks, heart, how could he move on so easily? But here's what most people don't understand. Love doesn't disappear because you stop calling. Heart, it doesn't vanish because he's with someone new. Sometimes the only way for someone to realize your value is to feel your absence. Heart. And when you finally stop chasing, when you stop begging, when you stop trying to convince him to come back, that's when the real shift happens. See, heart. Most women try to fix it by doing more, sending texts, checking up, posting things to get his attention. But that only shows one thing, heart. You're still available, you're still waiting, you're still hoping. And a man doesn't feel the loss of a woman who never left. Heart. He only feels it when she's truly gone, when she takes her heart, her energy, her presence, and walks away with grace. Heart. That's when regret hits him like a wave. You want him to beg for you back. Heart. Then stop trying to prove your worth to someone who already saw it and took it for granted. Heart. Because let me tell you something, nothing messes with a man's mind more than a woman who loved him deeply, then suddenly stopped showing up. Heart. That quiet, calm distance. That's power. That's what makes him replay every memory in his head at night. Heart. That's what makes him scroll through your old messages wondering where it went wrong. When you stop chasing him, you're not losing him. You're reminding him what he's losing. When you stop trying to fix what he broke, heart, you're teaching him what peace feels like without you. And that silence, that self-control, that confidence, that's what makes a man realize, damn, she was different. But here's where a lot of people get it wrong. They think pulling away is about playing games. No, heart. This isn't about manipulation. This is about transformation. You can't make him miss you if you're still the same person he walked away from. You want him to beg for you back. Become the woman he didn't appreciate when he had the chance. Not to win him over, but to honor your own growth. Heart, get back to your glow. Remember who you were before him. That woman who laughed easily, dreamed fearlessly, lived boldly. She's still in there. Heart, you just buried her under pain and disappointment. Bring her back. Go to the gym, take care of your mind, chase your goals, level up your life. Heart, because nothing drives a man crazier than seeing the woman he once had become unstoppable without him. You see, when he left, heart, he thought you'd fall apart. He thought you'd sit there crying, waiting for his call. But when he sees you smiling again, thriving again, heart, becoming your best self, that's when it hits him. That's when the regret begins. Because men don't regret losing a woman who chases heart. They regret losing a woman who moves on with peace. And let's be clear, even if he's with someone else, that doesn't mean his heart is settled. Sometimes people run to new relationships just to escape the guilt, to fill the void, to convince themselves they've moved on. But deep down, heart, he'll start comparing. He'll start remembering the way you cared, the way you made him feel safe. Heart, the way you believed in him when he didn't believe in himself. That new person might have his time, but you had his soul. And that kind of connection doesn't die easy. So don't fight for his attention. Let the silence speak for you. Heart, because when you stop talking, he'll start thinking. When you stop showing up, he'll start looking for you. And when you stop chasing, heart, he'll start realizing what he lost. The truth is, the most powerful move you can make after being left is self-respect. Don't check his social media. Heart, don't stalk his life. Don't try to prove you've moved on faster. Just move differently. Heal quietly, grow privately, shine publicly. Heart, because when he sees that you didn't crumble, that you built yourself stronger, that's when he starts to feel that ache in his chest. Heart, that's when his pride starts to break down. And here's something else. When a man sees that he no longer controls your emotions, heart, that he can't shake your peace anymore, that's when he starts losing control. Because the biggest power you can take back is emotional control. Heart. When you stop reacting, he starts reflecting. When you stop begging, he starts remembering. When you stop needing him, he starts missing you. You want to make him call you, text you, regret losing you. Then stop being predictable. Be mysterious again. Be unavailable. Heart. Let him wonder what you're doing, who you're with, how you're smiling again. That curiosity will eat at him more than any message ever could. Heart. Let your silence be your message. Let your growth be your revenge. Heart. Because nothing hits harder than realizing the person you took for granted turned into everything you ever wanted. And you're no longer invited into that life. Heart. Now, I'm not saying you should sit around waiting for him to come back. I'm saying you should focus on becoming so fulfilled that you don't even care if he does. Because the truth is, when you stop waiting, heart, that's usually when they return. But by then, you'll be too focused on your peace to even look back. That's the magic of detachment. When you let go, heart, life brings you what's meant for you. And sometimes, heart, that same man who broke you will come back trying to rebuild what he destroyed. But you'll have already built something better yourself. Here's the thing. He may text you one day out of nowhere. Hey, stranger, don't rush to answer. Let him sit in the silence he created. Heart. Because if he really wants back in, he'll do more than send a lazy text. He'll show up. He'll call. He'll try. And when he does, heart, you'll know it's not because you begged. It's because your strength made him realize what he lost. Heart. That's the difference between chasing and attracting. Chasing drains you. Attracting empowers you. And when you become that confident, self-assured, graceful woman, men feel it. They sense it. They're drawn to it because it's rare. So do this. Stop checking his life and start living yours. Heart. Stop reading old texts and start writing a new chapter. Stop waiting for closure and give it to yourself. Closure isn't something he gives you. Heart. It's something you decide when you say, I'm done letting this control me. When he sees that glow, that peace, heart, that freedom, he'll wish he had treated you better. Because no man forgets a woman who made him feel loved the right way. Heart. And no man forgets the moment he realized he can't find that love again. You see, love doesn't always end because it's over. Sometimes it ends because one person stopped appreciating it. But regret always begins when that same person sees what they lost. Heart. So don't worry about what he's doing now. Worry about what you're becoming. Because when you rise, when you rebuild, heart, when you reclaim your power, that's when the universe shifts everything in your favor. And by the time he realizes he wants you back, you'll have already realized you deserve so much more. That's the real victory. Not making him beg to come back, heart, but becoming so whole that you no longer need him to. Now let's go even deeper, because this is where most people lose themselves after heartbreak. Heart. When someone walks away, especially someone you gave your whole heart to, the first instinct is to question your worth. You start thinking, heart, what did I do wrong? Why wasn't I enough? You replay every moment, every conversation, every argument, trying to figure out where it fell apart. Heart. But here's the truth. Sometimes it's not about what you did wrong. It's about what they couldn't handle. Some men aren't ready for real love. Heart. They say they want loyalty. They say they want a good woman, but when they finally get one, they don't know what to do with her. Heart. They'll tell you they want peace, then run back to chaos because that's what they're comfortable with. They'll say they want someone who cares. Heart. Then push you away when you do. And you sit there thinking you're the problem when in reality, you were the blessing they weren't ready for. See, heart. Your heart wasn't too much. It was too real for someone who still doesn't know how to love deeply. So stop carrying that guilt, heart. Stop thinking if you had just said one more thing, done one more thing, begged one more time, it would have changed anything. It wouldn't, heart. Because love that leaves when tested was never meant to stay. If it falls apart that easily, it was built on surface emotion, not foundation, heart. And you can't rebuild something that was never solid in the first place. Now listen, when he walks away and finds someone else, heart, your ego screams louder than your heart. you start thinking, how could he replace me so fast? But here's the secret. He didn't replace you, heart. He distracted himself. That new person isn't proof that he's moved on. It's proof that he's avoiding healing. Because real healing takes time, heart. It takes facing the pain, owning the mistakes, sitting in silence. Most people don't want to do that, heart. They'd rather run into the arms of the next person just to fill the space you left. But that emptiness, it always catches up. And when it does, heart, that's when the memories of you start coming back stronger than ever. You'll know it's happening when he suddenly reaches out, not to apologize, but to check on you. When he asks how you've been or brings up old memories, that's not coincidence. That's regret knocking on his door. Heart, that's his mind realizing what his pride made him lose. But by then, if you've been doing the work, heart, you'll be standing in a different place, stronger, calmer, and no longer available for the same pain twice. You see, heart, what most women don't realize is that a man's regret doesn't come immediately. It comes slowly. It hits him in the quiet moments, heart. When the excitement fades, when the new person doesn't understand him the way you did, when he feels lonely even while lying next to someone else. Heart, that's when he remembers the warmth of your voice, the comfort of your presence, the peace you brought into his chaos. Heart, that's when the guilt turns into realization. And let me tell you something, no one escapes that realization. You can fake smiles, fake happiness, heart, fake moving on, but you can't fake peace. And peace is what he'll miss most about you. Because when a man has had peace and loses it, it haunts him. Heart. That's why you don't have to do anything to make him beg for you back. You don't need to post pictures to prove you've moved on. Heart. You don't need to throw quotes online hoping he sees them. You don't even need to talk about him. The silence, the glow, heart, the calm. That's your statement. When he finally looks at you and sees you're good without him, that you're smiling for real, heart, that you've become better, not bitter, that's when his pride cracks. That's when he starts thinking about what he lost instead of what he left, heart. And here's the beautiful part. While he's sitting there reminiscing, you'll be living. You'll be discovering new parts of yourself, new dreams, heart, new goals. You'll start realizing that his leaving wasn't rejection. It was redirection. The universe didn't take him away to hurt you, heart. It removed him to make space for your growth. Because if he had stayed, you might have kept shrinking just to make him comfortable. But now, heart, you're expanding, you're healing, you're rising. And one day, when he finally tries to come back, and he will, heart, because real love always circles back when it's too late, you'll look at him and realize you don't feel the same anymore, heart. Not because you stopped caring, but because you've evolved beyond that version of yourself who needed his validation. Heart. That's when you'll know you've truly won. Not because he begged, but because you no longer needed him to. You see, heart, the real glow up isn't about revenge. It's about peace. It's about becoming so grounded in your worth that no man's absence can shake you again. Heart. It's about knowing that your love is a gift, not a guarantee. And whoever takes it for granted loses it forever. Heart. So if he's with someone else right now, let him be. Let him learn through experience what he refused to understand through you. Heart. Because sometimes the only teacher stronger than love is loss. And one day, when he's sitting alone, realizing that peace doesn't come easy, how he'll think of you. He'll remember the way you loved him without conditions, how you stayed loyal when you had every reason to walk away. Heart. And that's when the begging begins. Not always with words, but with energy. He'll start showing up again. He'll start liking your posts. Heart, asking mutual friends about you, trying to start conversations. But by then, your silence will say it all. You've outgrown that chapter. And that's when you'll understand the power of walking away with grace. Because walking away doesn't mean losing heart. It means you finally chose yourself. It means you understood that chasing love only makes you lose yourself in the process. Heart. The moment you choose peace over pride, dignity over desperation, healing over history, that's when everything starts aligning for you. The truth is, heart, you don't make a man beg by forcing him. You make him beg by becoming the woman he can't forget, The woman he can't replace, heart. The woman whose energy was pure and unmatched. That's the kind of woman who lingers in a man's heart long after she's gone. Heart. That's the kind of woman who makes him realize she was the one. And the best part, you don't even have to say a word. Your silence, your glow, your peace, they'll say it for you. Because when you level up, the world takes notice. And even the one who left you will wish he hadn't. Heart. So keep your head high. Don't chase, don't beg, don't break your own heart trying to make someone else see your worth. Heart, he'll see it. But by then, you'll be too busy living to care. Conclusion, so here's what I want you to understand. You don't need to beg anyone to see your worth, to love you right, or to come back. Heart, if he had to lose you to realize what he had, that's his lesson, not your loss. You gave love that was real. You showed up with honesty. Heart. And that's something most people never get twice in a lifetime. So stop waiting for him to call. Stop checking your phone. Heart, stop wondering if he's thinking about you, because he will. And when he does, you'll already be too far ahead. Heart, the moment you choose peace over pain, everything changes. The moment you start walking in confidence instead of confusion, heart, that's when your energy becomes magnetic again. Heart, you don't make him beg to come back by playing games. You do it by becoming everything he didn't appreciate when he had you. You build your life. Heart, you chase your dreams. You glow so bright that regret becomes his shadow. And when he finally realizes what he lost, heart, when he finally sees that you were the one who loved him with truth, with fire, with patience, it'll hit him harder than any heartbreak you ever felt. Heart, that's not revenge, that's balance. That's the universe reminding him that real love doesn't wait forever. So let him go. Let him miss you. Heart, let him learn. Because if it's meant for you, it'll find you again. But this time it'll come correct. And if it's not, heart, trust that life will bring you someone who won't have to lose you just to know your worth. You are the prize, the peace, the lesson, heart, and the blessing. And the moment you realize that you'll never chase anything again,